What's good, people? Greg back at you again, answering your Tesla questions, volume 2. Hope you checked out volume 1. Let's go on and get back into volume 2. Well, if you're new to the channel, this channel is great, man. We have a whole bunch of question answers. You ask the questions, I will answer the questions. I'll do all the research. I'll do everything that needs to happen to get your question answered and answered accurately, not just some guess off of what I feel, but no, like the real actual answers. I'll have that for you. If you have questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Also, we have the road trips. I have a couple road trips on here, a ton more to come. We have family road trips with my nephew, road trips with the kids, road trips to Six Flags, everything. So be a great channel for you and your whole family to subscribe to. I think you'll enjoy it. All right, this is Answering Your Tesla Questions, Volume 2. How about we go ahead on and get into the questions. Bradley says, I'm installing my own NEMA 1450 receptacle. I'm wondering if it's truly a difference between the highly rated $10 receptacle versus a $90 one. Well, Bradley, let's talk about that. I don't buy brand. Let's start there, okay? I don't go and say, oh, I have to have these tennis shoes that are $300 because they have this person's name on it, or I have to buy this brand because it has this person's name on it. Well, toilet paper and ketchup is kind of my exception to that rule. I buy brand for those. There's a difference. You buy cheap toilet paper. Anywho, back to the Tesla thing. When it comes down to the electrical wiring of your house. Oh, you good? I'm sorry.
No, I was making sure it was recording.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, you're good.
Yeah, that's fine. When it comes down to the electrical wiring of your house, I'd say you lean on the professionals. I got my charger installed before I got my before my Tesla was delivered to me, and my electrician said, look, we can't go cheap on the receptacle. He didn't upsell me to some, $100 receptacle. Be completely honest with you, it wasn't a $100 receptacle. It was like 60 bucks. But he said we don't want to go cheap. One, because of the risk of water getting into it. Also, number two, the activity of in and out, which my charger stays put because, believe it or not, although I own a Tesla, I don't have a Tesla charger at my house. I got my NEMA 1450 install, and then I got a charge point charger that I use the adapter, go right in. I'm still, drawing 9 kilowatts out of my house every time I charge. So great idea there. I spent the extra money. I would tell you to lean on your electrician, but don't go cheap. We've heard about cars catching on fire. We've heard, and Tesla for sure don't need that type of publicity. We've heard about other EVs catching on fire and batteries catching on fire, and I wouldn't chance it. I don't think if a decent one is 60 bucks and you're talking 10 bucks, I don't think 50 bucks is too much for my investment. I don't. I'd spend the money. But don't don't get caught up buying brand. I would say talk to an electrician in your area. Let them be the final say so on that one there, and you should be good. Thanks a lot, Bradley, for that there. Glenn says, is there a such thing as a charger cable adapter to extend my cable in my garage? I did the research, Glenn. There are. But I'm also going to tell you this. I wasn't an electrician, but at one point I was a DJ. For almost 20 years I was a DJ. And the one thing that you learn is once you start daisy chaining cable, you start losing power. And I would say go back and listen to the comments I just said about Bradley about cheaping out. I just spend the money and buy the longer cable. I wouldn't start daisy chaining. That's me personally, right? You run the risk of losing power. You run the risk of some arcs or whatever, or you have just a faulty connection in there. You're probably running it through a garage, and I live in a cold area, so we get snow that'll come in through the tires of the car and water and puddles and all. I just get one solid cable. I'd spring for the one solid cable if I were you, just to be on the safe side. You can buy the connectors. I don't personally know anyone who's bought the connectors. I've seen online where people did buy the connectors. They say they're having success with it. Not sure what cities, not sure how their makeup is, anything like that. But if it was me, I'd buy the longer cable. Tesla sells them. You can get them third party. You don't have to get all your stuff from Tesla, right? Like, I own a Tesla, you own a Tesla. You can buy third party. That's fine. You can buy aftermarket, whatever phrase you want to use. It's absolutely okay. But if you do, just buy the one long cable, 20, 25 feet. You'll be good to go from there. Mine will reach from the back of my garage to the front of my garage. So that's me. Glenn, I hope that helped out. Nikazia says, I ordered my Model Y to lock in the price. How accurate is the delivery date? Currently states June of 2022. We really gonna go down this road, ain't we? I love my Tesla. But I'm gonna tell you what, this ordering process is, oh, geez. I have a whole nother video. I don't think it's posted yet. I don't know when this video is gonna go live, but I have a whole nother video on my delivery process. Starts from when I made my decision I was going to order my Tesla. So I started off like a lot of you. I seen the Cybertruck and I bought in on Tesla, right? Dropped my money on my Cybertruck right away. Dual motor, let's go, I'm in. And then I started the near year process of research and podcasts and YouTubes and Google, just everything, my whole life nearly revolved around Tesla. And I said, I'm not gonna wait for the Cybertruck. Kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So I finally decided to order me a Model 3. I ordered the Tesla Model 3 long range and I got my first date, and the whole video explained it. It shows all the time. It was pushed back like 8 or 9 times. So unless you have the top of the line, let's say you order the Model Y, unless you have the Model Y performance, don't bank on that delivery date. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I love Tesla, but don't bank on it. Don't bank on it. If you got the performance, you might get 1, possibly 2 changes. They seem to crank those out pretty well. They also have the biggest profit margin. That's what it is. I get it, whatever. But don't bank on it. All right, let's keep going. Joey, let us know how that come out too. Put comments below when you when it arrives, as well as, you know, your first date change. Joey says, I just picked up my 2022 Model 3 and I was curious about the 4 USB-Cs. Are they just for simple charging? I tried to use a file for a light show and it only showed up in the glove box and not when I plugged it into the other USB-Cs. Well, here's why, Joey, because you have the 2022. If you were a nerd like me and read nearly every manual Tesla has, because I'm a geek like that. That's how I can do these videos. I've done all that. Anywho, if you're a geek like me, you'll see that in 2022, they made some changes to where the only one that's going to share data with the vehicle is the one in the glove box. Here's the problem. If you unplug the USB drive in your glove box and you plug in a USB-C cord to run to your phone or to play files or something like that, you're now not gonna have access to Sentry mode. So it's kind of a wash. I have seen people saying, oh, you can buy the 3 or 4 port extender on the USB-C, pop it in there. I've never done that. I don't want to speak to that. I've never seen anybody physically do it. However, my research has came across people that said they've done it and had success with it. I, however, don't want to lead you down the wrong path. So take that for what it's worth. All the USB ports outside of the one in the glove box are strictly for charging at this point. So everybody in the car can charge their phones or tablets or what have you. Hope that answers your question. If not, just leave a comment down below and we'll go from there. Okay, Andy is next on the show. Andy says, I know why the pedestrian signal was invented and I agree it's good to have, but it's really loud at night and my neighbors complain. Can you reduce the volume? First off, if you're in your driveway and your neighbors can hear your PWS, your pedestrian warning system, you might have a problem with your system. For those of you who don't know, so when Tesla first shipped, they did not have a pedestrian warning signal. The pedestrian warning signal is when you put the vehicle in reverse and it makes that whirling sound. Some people say it sounds like a UFO or an alien or whatever. And it's really to warn pedestrians that you're backing up because there's no engine that starts. So that's why you have to have it. It's now federal regulation. You have to have some noise when backing up. Also when you're 25 miles per hour below. And they enacted the pedestrian warning signal. Couple of options. Number one, go into your boombox feature and put on something that's not the wee sound, and that'll play through your speaker. That's a good idea. I don't know if you ever thought about that one. That one would work for you. Also, number 2, what you can do. I'm not at all saying you should do this. I'm saying you can. There's a difference between should and can. All right? You can jump off of the Empire State Building. That don't mean you should jump off the Empire State Building. What I'm about to tell you is not recommended by Tesla and illegal in the States. Up under your front bumper is the speaker. It's a little connector. Once you peel off that little black piece of paneling, you can get off in there, boop, you can disconnect it from the speaker, and guess what? It doesn't work anymore. However, then you're illegal. I'm not recommending that, but I'm saying I've seen it done. I'm not saying I've done it, but I've seen it done, and it can be done. Best thing to do is just put on something easy, have a conversation with your neighbors, you know, get some easy symphony music, classical music, something like that. It'd be nice and easy. Also, if your pedestrian warning signal is that loud, it might need to be worked on. I can back out of my garage, be in the house, and not hear it as it's happening. So you might want to check on that, all right? As far as reducing the volume, you cannot reduce the volume. The volume is what it is. It is what it is. It's the volume that it's set to be at. It's at a proper decibel level. It's not gonna violate any laws of sound ordinance or anything like that, no matter what city you're in. All that's been tested by Tesla and so on and so forth. I think that your neighbors may be really close to you. I don't know how close the houses are in your neighborhood, but mine are fairly close. We have a fence that divides us, and they have never said anything. They can't hear it. They can't hear it. You're saying your neighbors physically complained. Yeah, I would look at the boombox. So there's that. I hope that helps you, Andy. I really do. I appreciate you leaving comment. I appreciate you commenting. Appreciate your questions. If you have questions, I have space for you right below in the comment section. You can ask whatever questions you want to ask. I will answer your question, get them uploaded in the next video or possibly the one following that. Be on the lookout for the Lemons Family Adventure videos on this channel right here. We have some great content from there. I said on the previous video that I was gonna walk through my delivery experience. I have that whole thing captured as well. Had to drive 2.5 hours to pick up my vehicle. I have all of that. What happened from the day I hit purchase to the day I took delivery. That's a video that's coming. It's already pretty much have it in the can. It may already be up. I don't know. I don't really handle the editing of my videos, but be on the lookout for that. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for watching. Most importantly, thank you for watching. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If they got questions, they can come right here and get them answered. Until next time, people, I'm up out of here. Y'all be cool. I'm gone. I'm ghost. Later.